I've said it before, and I'll say it again. The friendship between Jason and Carly is everything. Since he came back to the show, Jason's emotional scenes have been completely unexpected. Honestly, some of Steve Burton's best work. We all knew it was coming though. Jason would always cave in for Carly. She's his ride or die, the one he'd take a bullet for without question. And when it all unravels with Brennan, you know Jason will be there to pick up the pieces. No questions asked, as always. But here's the twist I'd love to see. Carly finds out that Jack roped Joss into the WSB. Oh, she'd drop him faster than you can say betrayal, especially since the new Jack and Carly have zero chemistry. Seriously, why even bother with a recast after Charles Majora left? Steve Burton, though, he deserves an Emmy for that scene. Jason hardly ever shows emotion, so when he does, it's intense. Honestly, if this is some lead-up to Jason and Carly finally getting together romantically, then thank the TV gods. The chemistry between them is palpable. There's love, there's sexual tension. It's practically oozing out of every scene. I've been waiting for this for years. Carly, though, she's being ridiculous. Jason is supposed to be her rock, her everything, but she refuses to listen to his warnings. Honestly, I wish Jason would just drop her like a hot potato. Carly's going to drag him into more mess, just like she always does. She treats him like garbage until she needs him to bail her out. It's frustrating. Personally, I'd love to see Jason with Sasha. They'd make a much better match. And the kicker? Carly is going to lose it when she finds out that Jack manipulated Joss into tracking down Cyrus and joining the WSB, all while framing Jason for Cyrus' murder. That's going to be fun to watch. But back to Jason and Carly, the chemistry is off the charts. It's so much more than friendship, and honestly, when he came back, Carly was all in. Too bad Jason put her in the friend zone. As for Carly and Sonny, there's no spark anymore. Nina did that. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Messy Syrup. It's me, Abby, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. Jason and Carly, oh, amazing chemistry, like they're practically magnetic. And then there's Carly and Brennan. Well, let's just say the vibe is more awkward roommate than passionate romance. But hey, that's fun to watch. Speaking of fun, this whole Jocelyn as an agent thing? Yeah, not my cup of tea. Call me crazy, but it just doesn't sit right. But hey, that's just my humble opinion. Now, I'm still trying to wrap my head around how Brennan managed to snag not one, but two of Jason's hairs to plant in the cabin the night Cyrus was killed. Genius move, Brennan. Real smooth. I can't wait for Carly to find out. Oh, the fireworks when she learns that Jason got blamed for a murder because of Brennan's little hair-raising scheme. And don't even get me started on Jack roping Joss into the WSB mess. Carly is going to absolutely lose it. I mean, who could blame her? Also, Rick's car, really? Rick's, not Ava's? Are they seriously playing us like we're idiots? Because last time I checked, Rick himself admitted he parked in her spot, thanks to the construction, and she had no choice but to park on the street. Yeah, okay, sure. Nice try. Now, about that rare platonic friendship between men and women, where people don't immediately assume there's a hidden romance. That's truly something special. When two souls meet and that pure, unconditional love shines through, it's a treasure. We need more of that, seriously. But back to Brennan, can't trust him as far as I can throw him. He's playing the lovey-dovey card with Carly to get in good with her, also he can take down Sonny. And guess who's caught in the middle of his manipulations? Joss. He's got her working for him, plotting to bring down Sonny. Oh, the moment Carly finds out, I'm grabbing popcorn because it's going to be a disaster for Brennan. And Jason, oh buddy, you're never going to shake off Carly. She's the barnacle you can't scrape off your ship. Just admit it and move on. Seriously, take a trip, go mend fences with Jake, maybe bring Danny along, or hop on a bike for some me time. Or, practice hitting Drew in the head with that field hockey ball. Anything to avoid yet another round of protecting Carly from her own mess. You know what's coming next. Carly will thank you and then promptly latch back onto Sonny like she always does. Rinse and repeat. Honestly, I'm about done with the whole Carly and Jason cycle. She interferes in his relationships, he saves her from her own poor decisions, and neither of them has the guts to admit how they really feel. It's been going on for decades now. Either make them a couple already, or let Jason build something with someone who doesn't have a lifelong attachment to Sonny. Oh, Carly, seriously, what is wrong with you? Jason has been there for you through thick and thin, and you just threw him under the bus like it's nothing. I can't even believe it. She better hurry up and figure out what Jason's up to with Joss, or we're all in trouble. I love Carly, I do, but she seriously needs to wake up. She has no idea what she's dealing with. Just wait until she hears about Joss. And don't even get me started on Lucy. She's so wrapped up in the stupid nurse's ball that she can't focus on anything else. Seriously, that could have waited. I'm actually relieved Ava found out the truth about the brakes being cut. Fingers crossed she takes it to the police, because Kristina is just like her father, thinks she's above the law. Did anyone catch Kristina's entitled question? You're not going to turn me in, are you? Oh, it was infuriating. The enablers around her are ridiculous. Where's Shiloh when you need him? Oh wait, he's busy pretending to be Drew. And just how is this supposed to help Kristina in court? It wasn't even Sonny who did it. And don't even get me started on the moment Sonny finds out Rick and Ava are a thing. That's going to be a mess. Honestly, at this point, send Kristina to jail or straight to a sanitarium. Just get her off the screen until she's ready to own up to her actions. And while she's at it, maybe she can stop calling Molly's baby Irene. Ava looks pretty good for someone who was just in a car accident, if you can even call it an accident. Seriously, how dumb is this guy? Didn't even ask for ID. Ava's clearly lying, and it's not even her car. I can't wait for Sonny to find out she's been sleeping with Rick. Ava's straight up evil. And on the car note, I really don't think the tow company can just destroy a brand new car without clearing it through insurance. How does the crash even happen with no investigation from the insurance company? Makes no sense. I can't trust Brennan. He's clearly a snake, just pretending to be all lovey-dovey with Carly to get close to Sonny. Joss is working for him now, but mark my words, he's using her to take down Sonny. Wait until Carly finds out. It's going to be a disaster for Brennan. Kristina is a ticking time bomb. She needs help, like serious, professional help, before she ends up hurting herself or someone else, like Ava. I just hope Lucky holds her accountable. Sonny and Alexis can't keep bailing her out. It's time for her to face the consequences. Oh, and when Molly finds out Kristina caused her dad's accident, let's just say it's going to be war. Kristina's in for a world of hurt. Oh, really? Is Sonny really Hava's only enemy? And let's not forget that Rick is an attorney. He defends everyone, from saints to sinners. Anyone could have wanted him dead. But no, Kristina's out here playing the victim, acting like she is the one who's suffering because of Ava. Meanwhile, let's talk about Joss, shall we? She steals a dead cop's gun, shoots a man, lets her bestie take the fall, and still manages to land a WSB job. Yeah, that's totally fair. I'm so glad Ava and Lucky know what's going on, because, honestly, I'm exhausted by Kristina's constant sob story about how everything is Ava's fault. Seriously, it's not. Ava tripped, literally tripped. She didn't bring this on herself, and none of this would have happened if Kristina wasn't being so reckless. What on earth was she even doing there? She had no right to be in that house, throwing verbal grenades like she owns the place. And let's not forget the baby she endangered by showing up like a ticking time bomb. Now she's probably going to try to blackmail Sonny for money, and more Avery time, of course. If she goes the legal route, she might get a one-time payout. But if she's smart, she'll use that little girl as a bargaining chip and get way more out of it. Because obviously, Kristina's all about the cash, right? Maybe she'll even drag Alexis into it with that Cassadine estate she seems so fond of. I'm sure there's a video of the brake lines getting cut. Ava's probably going to pull it out like a trump card and use it to get custody of Avery. And, of course, the cash she thinks she deserves. And since when do cars just get sent to the compactor before the insurance company even gets a chance to inspect them? There's a whole process, but sure, let's just skip it. Who needs an investigation when you've got Ava playing detective? Honestly, Ava's getting a little too much to handle these days. It's like her whole existence revolves around finding ways to get money and using her daughter as leverage to make Sunny crumble. And we all know it's not really about Avery, it's about Ava's payday. She's sickening, and don't even get me started on Kristina. She should be getting the help she clearly needs, not a one-way ticket to Pentonville. But of course, Kristina's too busy playing the role of a delusional lunatic. Confess already, Kristina. We know you knew exactly what Ava's car looked like, and it's not like cutting brake lines is a skill you just pick up. So yeah, I'm sure you thought you were being all sneaky, but that's just not how it works. Ava, oh, she loves a good gotcha moment, and she can smell a rat from a mile away. She's been plotting since she left the hospital. She knew the second Rick mentioned his brakes that something didn't add up. She's putting the pieces together, and Kristina's got nowhere to hide. Lucky's not covering for her forever, and if Elizabeth finds out, well, good luck with that. The walls are closing in, Kristina. You better start talking, because it's all coming out. Liz. All right, we need to have a serious talk about Franco. Listen, nobody loves Liz and Lucky the way I do. They were the reason I fell in love with GH, and they were also the reason I stopped watching for years. When Lucky died in that fire, I was done. Too much. But when John came back, I gave it a shot, only to watch him spend an entire hour of screen time ripping Liz apart. Yeah, I was out. Then, one random day, I tuned in again. It was the episode where Liz was waiting at the altar for Franco, and they played this emotional montage of the two of them. OMG, I went back and watched their whole story. What a ride. Franco, this guy really loved her, and her kids too. He grew as a person, stepped up, and finally, Liz had someone who actually cherished her. It was a beautiful, functional family with people who had to work for a living. What a concept, right? Too bad GH killed it for no reason. And then Liz just floats. Now John's back, and sure, the spark is there, but let's be real. Lucky? He's pretty lame. Sweet guy, yeah, but weak as water. He drifts along, never really committing to Liz until he can be her hero and save her. It's a classic, underwhelming romance. And no one mentions it, but Franco. Can you even imagine what he would have done in response to Kristina's nonsense? But no, Liz is written to never think of Franco. She doesn't miss him, doesn't notice how Lucky just pales in comparison. So I'll say it for her. I think of him, I miss him, and let's face it. Lucky's love is like a middle school crush next to Franco's passionate, all-in devotion. And yes, that included loving her 3 boys just as much as he loved Liz. Too bad Franco was turned into a retconned rapist. It's funny though, because when they brought Liz's actual rapist back and made it a Franco story, that was just, I missed a lot of Franco's early appearances and life with Liz, but the Roku Live GH channel recently showed the season where Franco takes Drew's memories instead of putting them in Cameron. Wow, the actor really knocked it out of the park with that transformation. Now it just bugs me to see Liz and Lucky portrayed as some epic, star-crossed couple when Liz and Cameron fought so hard to bring Franco back. The writing back then was so much better. Look, I'm not saying I know everything about Liz and Franco, but I will never, ever like that pairing because of what happened when Jonathan left, forced to be a deadbeat dad. and because Franco was horribly retconned. That said, I know some people loved Liz and Franco, and hey, if that was your thing, I get it. But for me, I'm a fan of Elle too, and honestly, I just don't care for Roger Howarth as an actor. Nothing personal, just not my cup of tea. But here's the thing. There needs to be at least one conversation between Liz and Lucky acknowledging how Franco was there for her when Lucky wasn't. The problem? They barely give Liz and Lucky enough screen time for a proper conversation, while Jason and Carly get 6 minutes of the same rehashed drama every week. Liz almost died, but who even cares? The show frustrates me to no end sometimes. Oh, General Hospital, how the mighty have fallen. Remember back in the day when GH was an actual hospital? A place bustling with staff, drama, and enough medical personnel to actually look like a real hospital. We had Patrick and Robin, Monica and Alan, Bobby, Tony, Elizabeth, Epiphany. You get the picture. There were departments, actual departments, filled with real doctors and nurses. It was like a proper hospital soap, complete with surgeons, neurologists, cardiologists, physical therapists, you name it. You could almost forget it was a soap opera and think you were watching a medical drama. Now, not so much. Who's a surgeon at GH these days? Isaiah and Lucas. And don't even get me started on how stretched thin Isaiah is. He's juggling romancing Jordan Ye and being Sonny's personal on-call urgent care doc. Eye roll. Seriously, at this point, I'm wondering if GH even remembers what a surgical team is. Last Friday, Lucas was doing his best everything doctor routine, acting as Stella's primary care physician for blood injuring tests. Because apparently, surgeons just moonlight as PCPs now, when they're not busy being glorified props in a PSA about kidney disease. And don't even talk to me about the disrespect to the show's history and the intelligence of the fans. We know better than this. Surgeons don't just throw on the primary care hat because the plot needs them to. At this point, how about we just write off Drew and that new politician character no one asked for? Maybe give Portia and Kristina a quick villain arc and then write them off for a while. With Portia gone, Curtis can be paired up with Alexis or Nina. If not Nina, let's just write her off too. Seriously. Oh, and let's bring back Terry and Dr. Navarro. The staff is so thin, we might as well. Bring in Felix, bring in Amy, hell, bring in Tommy Hardy Jr. and Serena Baldwin while we're at it. Maybe if we actually fill out the staff with some legacy characters, GH can go back to being a hospital show. What a concept. I get it. GH hasn't been a hospital soap since, what, the 70s? And sure, it's about families and drama now. But even with a large cast, there's only so many babies you can have, accidents you can stage, and shootings you can fake. Maybe it's time to actually feature more of the hospital stuff. You know, the thing the show is supposed to be about. Honestly, there's a whole lot that doesn't make sense. Willow taking Sasha's appointment when they openly can't stand each other. Classic. Portia reviewing cutting-edge neurosurgery when we're all still wondering what her actual specialty is. Sure, why not? Surgeons acting as primary care physicians. Love that for us. People picking up prescriptions at the hospital like pharmacies don't exist? Spot on. I get it. This is a soap, not a medical show. But hey, we can't help but wish for a little more consistency. Also, when did romance disappear? Seriously. There are so many characters with zero love interests, just wandering around Port Charles like they're stuck in a never-ending group therapy session. Cody's out of luck now that Sasha's his cousin, and let's be honest, who knows what's going to happen with Emma and Dio? If the love triangle or whatever it is doesn't work out, let's get some new singles in Port Charles. Doctors, nurses, orderlies, whatever. I miss love in the afternoon. This show used to do romance and drama so well. Now it's more like medical mystery hour, with the occasional family squabble thrown in. Ah, the never-ending drama. So who's the next town pariah? Drew and Willow have had the crown since December, and honestly, their relationship is like a slow-motion car crash that somehow hasn't exploded yet. Drew is still skating by with his awful behavior, and watching this train wreck continue is such a thrill, said no one ever. Meanwhile, Willow and Drew are stuck in this delusional little fantasy world, playing house with their kids like everything's fine. Spoiler alert, it's not. People are plotting against Drew, Portia and Nina, Tracy and Ned, but getting any real action out of them is like trying to squeeze blood from a stone. It's just stuck. Now, here comes Kristina, crashing her way into the mix. And I'm wondering, are they really going to let her off the hook as the town pariah? She's definitely earned it just as much as Drew has. But let's not forget, she's got an army of enablers who will shield her like she's some fragile little egg. Meanwhile, her attitude is atrocious. It's time for her to face the music, and her enablers need to be called out, too. I'm really hoping Molly doesn't get dragged into this mess again. Her anger will be 1000% justified, but you just know people are going to try to tell her to calm down or see things from Kristina's perspective. Yawn. But hey, Liz has a whole squad of people who care about her, and once they find out Kristina caused that crash, it's game over for her. Kristina deserves to be the town pariah, but let's be real, she's got an entire family ready to cover up her messes. Alexis, she'll never hold Kristina accountable because sick child is the ultimate excuse. Molly might, but no one listens to her anyway. Sonny, don't even get me started. He'll probably buy her a new bar as a reward for targeting Ava and hurting Rick. Jason's too wrapped up in his own drama to care, and even if he did, he won't do a thing because, surprise, she's Sam's sister. Laura might care because of Liz, but then again, she was cozying up to Sonny just last week. And if Lucky ends up covering for Kristina, we've officially hit peak enabling. It would make zero sense for him to pick Kristina over Elizabeth, and honestly, it'd ruin any hope of a Lone 2 reunion. The level of coddling would be off the charts. Come on, people. Sweet baby Jesus, Lulu is exhausting. I just can't with this character anymore. The actress? Totally fine, she's doing her best. But the writing? Abysmal. Every time she's on screen, she's the absolute worst. A self-centered, insufferable jerk. Which, okay, I'd be okay with if that was actually the point. But no, it seems like the writers actually want us to feel bad for her, like she's some tragic hero or something. Ugh. I genuinely think the actress is great, but the character, a drain. And the way they just leave things hanging after she supposedly achieves something makes it even worse. Like, where was Rocco when we last cared? And don't even get me started on Charlotte. What happened to her after all that drama? Lulu was set up to fail from the start. And honestly, it feels like the writers haven't caught on. We're done with the whole because I'm a Spencer excuse. Enough already. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.